the secrets of sin. The sun beats down where my troubles begin. Ghost town shadows, they dance on the graves of men too foolish, too wild to be safe. Whiskey bottles lay empty, souls just the same, under the heat of this cursed land's flame. There's no mercy in the dusty boots, walking lines that the devil drew, haunted by the love that the desert took, silent prayers to a forsaken road. Every step, every move bears the weight of the past, in the heart of the outlaw where nothing can last. That train whistle moans like an old church choir, singing tales of a cross of smoke and a fire. She loved like a tempest, left like a thief, in her eyes a storm, in my heart the grief. The dust storms came and covered my tracks. She's a memory's ghost that ain't never coming back. There's no mercy in the dusty boots, walking lines that the devil drew, haunted by the love that the desert took, silent prayers to a forsaken rook. Every step, every move bears the weight of the past, in the heart of the outlaw where nothing can last. In the dead of night, by the cold of the stone, I faced the man who claimed what was my own. Gunfire echoed like thunder, it roared. Only one set of boots walked out that door. There's no mercy in the dusty boots, only echoes of the lives they uproot. A trail of vengeance, old debts to pay, forgotten souls in the break of day. No mercy in the leather and the dust, just a heart full of bullets and a gun that won't rust. In every line, the shadow of fate, where love's lost and revenge waits. Down in the valley where the dead trees grow, whiskey bottles lie with secrets no one knows. A train whistle moans through the cursed night air, in a ghost town's grass, despair's all that's there. Shadows whisper tales, dusty and worn, of a man with vengeance sworn. Echoes from the shadows, calling out his name. Lost love and betrayal, fueling the flame. A heart once full of daylight, now dark as coal. Echoes from the shadows, haunting his soul. By the light of a burning church, he swore his oath. Underneath the starless sky, wrapped in his leather coat, The cold wind carried screams from forgotten graves, promises etched in the night as firm as they were brave. He walked through silent deserts, a silhouette so grim, chasing the ghosts of a past that wouldn't let go of him. Echoes from the shadows, crying in the night, a tale of grudge and sorrow under the fading light. Every step he takes closer to his goal, echoes from the shadows still haunt his soul. But in the deepest silence of that forsaken place, he finds her locket time couldn't erase. A face, a smile, worn by the years. In the silver reflection, he sees his own tears. Echoes from the shadows, now a whispered plea, forgiveness from the fallen, let the spirits be free. His revenge was his burden, the path he chose to stroll. Echoes from the shadows finally free his soul. Bleeds into rusty dust. Crickets sing the prelude to the night's cold hush. Old leather whispers tales from boots caked in crust. A lone shadow walks the line between the righteous and unjust. Whispers in the dusty boots riding through the gloom. Echoes of a love betrayed beneath the blood-red moon. Every step a story buried, every star a tune. Whispers in the dusty boots sing the outlaw's rune. These boots have wandered through ghost town, silent as the grave, past whiskey bottles and cards laid out by the brave. In the whispering wind they speak of a path I once paved, through cursed lands and past churches we burned but couldn't save. Whispers in the dusty boots, shadows on the run, haunted by the melody of bullets in my gun. Dust storms stirred by sins that can never be undone. Whispers in the dusty boots, faded morning sun. Underneath that old willow, where secrets lie deep, the echoes of her laughter and the promises we keep. Now it's just her ghost and the company I reap. In the quiet of the desert, the past is never asleep. Whispers in the dusty boots carry me to the end, where memories twist the hearts they will never mend. A trail of redemption or a curse I just pretend. whispers in the dusty boots, forever my condemned. So here I walk with dust chill as my only friend. These boots will carry whispers till the stars themselves descend. Of a blood-red sky, the ghost town whispers low and shy. Dust devils dance where dreams did die, among forgotten graves and lovers' lies. Whiskey bottle at my side, echoes of a train set cry. Every track leads but to where even the brave don't dare to pry. I'm dancing with a silent grave, where shadows rule and winds misbehave. Lost souls waltz in the moon's dim light. In this haunted desert I roam through the night. Revenge is a partner holding tight. As we dance, dance away the plight. Once loved a girl with fire in her gaze. In that old church we dream of days where betrayal's knife laid our hopes to waste. Her vows burned down in a hellish blaze. Now every whisper in the sand brings her laughter close at hand. Yet here I stand, a gun cold in my trembling hand, dancing with a silent grave, under stars that no prayer can save. Her ghost, it twirls alone and slide in the desert's heart, away from the light. My vengeance, a quiet serpent's bite, as I dance, dance into the endless night. With death of folly at last, or redemption's path wide and vast. Still I'm dancing with a silent grave, where the lost and the damned forget to be brave. In the cold clasp of the earth's embrace, I find her smile, the sweetest trace, at peace with the ghosts I've come to face. Here I'll stay in this silent, forsaken place. In the shadow of the Joshua tree, where the devil cast his stone, lies a town too cursed to name, where the winds forever moan. Whiskey bottles line the streets, like the soldiers falling cold, and every step on dusty earth is a story left untold. Oh, the gunpowder serenade plays a tune of lead and flame. Bitter echoes fill the night, whispering a forsaken forged the curse of every outlaw drowned in gunpowder serenade. Once a lover called my name in a time when trust was sworn. Now her ghost in moonlit lakes, through the weeping cactus torn. Betrayed by blood, by love, by gold. Beneath the noose the deal was made. A burning church, the cold farewell, sealed by gunpowder serenade. Oh, the gunpowder serenade sings a love that can't return. Fires dancing, empty eyes, where the soul's too scorched to burn. Through the dust of forgotten graves, where our sins at rest are laid. We're cursed to walk these lands alone with the gunpowder serenade. At the edge where darkness meets the dawn, the train whistles mournful sounds. Face to face with my own shadow on these cursed unholy grounds. The gun clicks in the silent night, like the debts of sin repaid. One last dance in the devil's hold to the tune of gunpowder play. So let the gunpowder serenade close my eyes to the bleeding sun. May revenge or sweet release come from the barrel of my gun. In the whispers of the desert storm and the choices that I've made, I'll find my peace or damnation in the gunpowder serenade. In the heart of dust where the chapel lies burned, whiskey bottles lay like memories spurned. A lone train cries out through the vast cursed night, ghost of a town faded from sight. Echoes from the ashes whispering sins, haunted by the shadows of might bends. Love lost to a bullet, marked by a stone in this silent desert. I wander alone. There's blood on the wind, a tale of deceit, a lover's vow dying in the summer's heat. Candlelit vigils with no one to mourn, a heart once whole now eternally torn. Echoes from the ashes calling me home, to a bed of dust where the bitter winds moan. Kisses turn to whispers beneath the old tree where we carved our names for eternity. cuts deeper than the sharpest blade in the ruins of the promises we made. Echoes from the ashes, revenge burns bright, clearing the shadows, restoring the light. I lay down my burdens by the cooling stream, letting go of the echoes and chasing the dream. Under a blood-red sky, the town's church met its fate. Old wood cracked like the devil's laughter, echoing hate. A lone raven circling his shadows began to mate with whiskey bottles and dust storms at heaven's gate. Burn, burn the devil's church fire, flames dancing with my sins, a ghostly choir. Betrayals heat upon the wind, whispering low in the ashes of a love only cursed past to go. She was the preacher's girl, eyes wild with restless dreams. We loved beneath the steeple, hidden from moonlight beams. But her heart was a pendulum swinging twixt extremes. Left me for another on the midnight train screams. Burn, burn the devil's church fire, each ember a memory of lost desire. Through the smoke of her leaving, I see her face. In the glow of the ruins, her empty embrace. At the edge of town, where the forgotten graves lay, I heard her voice a-calling, stirring the grave. The church bell tolled once for each deceitful play. In the heart of the fire I saw my way. Burn, burn the devil's church fire, my heart's revenge, a pyre climbing higher. From this haunted desert, no more I'll roam. In the silence of the ashes, I find my home. In the heart of a ghost town, under a blood-red sky, where the dust lies heavy and the old crows fly, a lone church stands its bell, silent and cold. Here lies the tale that's seldom told. By a forgotten grave, shadows begin to swell. A gunslinger's past with a story to tell. whiskey bottle empty by his worn leather boots, a map to damnation on the root of his roots. So the desert sings of the souls unwept, whispering secrets that the old winds kept. Guns blaze in silence, hearts turn to stone, in the cursed lands where the lost are known. Once loved a beauty with eyes so wild, promises made under the stars they piled. Betrayal came on a hot dust storm's breath. She lay cold as the guns sang the song of death. From town to town under the outlaw's moon, chased by a past that would catch him soon. Train whistles moan through the night's embrace, each stop a reminder of his fall from grace. Echoes of gunshots over the plains, whispering secrets, old pains and chains. Fire in his veins, revenge a bitter friend, in the silent deserts where all roads end. Stood in the church, flames licking high, burning his sins under God's own sky. Face to face with the man in black, in the mirror his reflection cracked. Now the desert sings of the soul set free, cursed by the land, as blind as can be. Guns holstered forever, in silence he'll roam, in the cursed lands that the lost call home. Desert wind whispers, let the past be, for the cowboy rides where the spirits flee. In the haunted silence the gunslinger's ballad played, a tune for the heart where vengeance stays. In the shadow of the valley, where the cold wind moans, dust dances with the whispers of them old forsaken bones. The ghost town sleeps under a moonlit sky, while a lone bottle clings in the silence. Here am I. Midnight in the lost love, where hearts come to bleed. Underneath the willow's well, where the dark secrets feed. The train whistles a lonesome cry, cuts through the cursed night. Midnight in the lost love, where nothing turns out right. Once a church stood proudly neath the hill so steep. Now it's just charred embers and promises we couldn't keep. Her laughter echoes through the chapel's burned out shell, a tale of love turned sour, a heavenly dive to hell. Midnight in the lost love, where shadows trace my fears, where whiskey drowns the memories that burn behind my tears. The silence speaks in volumes of the tales that no one writes. Midnight in the lost love, a ghost in the fading lights. At the edge of town by I face the dusty mirror of my soul's unending waves. I've wandered through this silence where time itself has bled, on paths where even angels fear to tread. Midnight in the lost love, where I've come to face my fate. The past grips like a noose, but now the hour's getting late. No more will her betrayal the depths of my mind ignite. At midnight in the lost love, I'm the shadow in the night, forever bound to roam 'neath this curse I cannot fight. In the whisper of the wind, through the chapel's charred remains, under moonlit dusk, where the silence speaks in veins, an old ghost town sleeps in the shadow of its sins. Echoes of my boots like whispers of forgotten hymns. Whiskey bottle clutched a faithful friend in this demise. In the heart of cursed lands, where my only refuge lies. Oh, the shadows dance where the wild coyotes call. Lost love's a ghost, spinning tales of my downfall. Beneath the starlit scorn and the devil's own deceit, the shadows ballad plays where revenge and sorrow meet. There's a tale of love like a mirage in desert heat. Her laughter once a melody, now a retreat. Betrayed by a kiss and a Judas on the prowl. In the silent desert, the sins begin to scowl. Train whistle moans, the sound from there is gone, carrying dreams like dust, forever drawn and drawn. Oh, the shadows dance where the wild coyotes call. Her ghost in my dreams, a haunting perpetual. Under the gaze of God and a sky that won't forget, the shadows ballad plays on a stage of deep regret. By the burning church I stood with a gun in my hand, faced the traitor's eyes on this cursed forsaken land. The storm in my heart, louder than the howling gust. In the shadows ballad in its justice, I entrust. So here the shadows dance, and here I make my stand. Revenge or grace, by the trigger of my hand. In the haunted quiet where old loves are interred, the shadows ballad ends without another word. out where the horizon bleeds into the dusk. Dusty boots tread on a land forsaken thus. Whiskey bottles lay by the side of a burnout church. Ghost town whispers a crow's perch. Blood on the black sun, painting shadows long. Echoes of a train whistle, a forgotten song. Every grave unmarked under the devil's run. What's done is done under the black sun. Once loved a girl with wildfire in her eyes. Promised her forever under cursed skies. Betrayal struck like a snake 'neath the desert stone. Left me with nothing but her echo in my bones. Blood on the black sun, drawing a silent tear. Dust storms are my company in this place so severe. Burning memories like churches in my mind, lost in the sands that forgiveness can't find. In the mirror of the night, her face in the moon, haunting my dreams at the howl of doom. My hand on cold steel, hard as the land. Revenge, a dark whisper like a command. Blood on the black sun, fate's cruel jest, riding towards dusk in the west. I head atonement or damnation, let the black sun decide. Outlaw's lullaby on a ghostly ride. The somber melody under a sky so grim. Blood on the black sun, a hymn so dim. Out where the wild sagebrush blows, underneath that crimson sky's foregoing glows. There's a path tread bared by boots and crows, a whiskey bottle buried where the cold wind moans. The echoes of train whistles, ghostly and low, mark the miles of the damned and those they chose. Blood on the lonely road, shadows stretch and bend. Whispers of the vengeful, the beginning starts at the end. Every step I take, each mile I roam, is a tale of dust and bones on this cursed trail alone. Once new love, sweet as desert rain, her laughter now just whispers across this haunted plain. The church once stood holy and bright, now just charred ruins under the moon's pale light. Promises made, sworn in the heat of the night, betrayed by the dawn, left to reckon with spite. Blood on the lonely where silence holds rain. Ghosts of the past and every footprint remain, with each faded cross under skies overthrown. I walk this cursed path forever alone. The man I once was, now just a whisper of smoke in this land of forgotten graves and unspoken fears. I face the sins of my past through the trails of tears, blood on the lonely road. This tale's mine to own. In the dust of revenge, my fate's etched in stone. Forsaken love in the silence I tone. Forever wandering on this lonely road alone. The strings twang a mournful melody as the song closes. The image of the lone traveler disappearing into the vast haunted expanse of the desert, his story echoing in the wind. In the hollows of a ghost town, where the wind whispers sins, moonlight dances on shattered glass. The night show begins beneath the sway of a hangman's tree. Shadows merge and part. Each step they take a silent claim on a forsaken heart. So waltz, waltz with the shadows under the devil's moon, where coyotes howl and the whiskey drowns out sorrow's tune. In the dust of cursed lands, where lost souls find their calls, we spin with ghosts of yesterday at the shadows' walls. Once loved a girl with fire in her eyes and a storm in her laugh. Promised her forever 'neath the stars on our broken path. But betrayal's breeze swept through our dreams, left me cold and scorned, with nothing but her echo in the chapel where we'd sworn. So waltz, waltz with the shadows under the devil's moon, past burning churches, through the night that can't come too soon. For every love that's lost, a specter's tale it installs. We dance a dance of vengeance in the shadows' walls. By the old train tracks, I heard the whistle of our past, a melody so bitter in desert wind so vast. She's just a ghost in the tumbleweeds, a whisper in my flask. Tonight the shadows claim me as I rip off the mask. Waltz, waltz with the shadows, let the cold truth be shown. In this silent desert, revenge burns in the bones. Here's to the love forgotten in their graves unadorned. We fade into the night where only shadows are reborn. So I'll meet her at the crossroads where our old love had died, in the haunted quiet where the last of trust had lied. together will embrace in a dance that never stops, forever caught in the endless loop of the shadows waltz. In the dusk of Lonesome Hollow, where the ghost trains whistle low, a dusty breeze spins tales of a love from long ago. Underneath old hanging lanterns with shadows casting doubt, whiskey bottles lay forgotten and the roses are all out. Dance the roses in the casket waltz under the moon's cold stare, silent steps on cursed lands, perfume hanging in the air, where every petal dropped to sin, each thorn a tale of scorn. Dance the waltz of the fallen night, where veils of sorrow are worn. She was beauty like the sunrise in a town too rough to tame, but her heart hid secret shadows with a love she never claimed. By the chapel stood her lover, not the one she vowed to keep. Church bells rang their silent warning in a town too dead to weep. Dance the roses in the casket waltz with echoes soft and frail, betrayals breeze through burning church o'er the hills and dusty trail. Each step a haunting memory, each turn a whisper's breath. Dance the waltz of ghostly veils twirling closer to their death. Silence of the desert, beset by stars' cold light, he found the grave unspoken where she lay an endless night. Across the wasteland's whisper, he swore by blood and stone, her betrayal would not linger where the sands of time had blown. So dance the roses in the casket waltz to settle low debts past, a gunslinger's final showdown where only shadows cast. With each petal lies a story in the ground, a lover's curse. Dance the waltz in the quiet land where silence ends the verse. Town where the sun forgot to rise, dusty boots echo neath stormy skies, whiskey bottles litter the barren streets, ghostly whispers the desert deceive. Train whistle moans a lonesome cry, in the distance a church bell dies. Footprints lead to a tale untold, in the silence the dark takes hold. The devil's dusty boots, walking mile by mile, every step a story of betrayal and guile. Through cursed lands and broken trust, every heart turned cold, every dream to dust. There's an old saloon where shadows play, forgotten graves where restless spirits lay. He walked in with fire in his eyes, a path of ash where his heart lies. Sins whispered over a fading flame, a lover's vengeance a dead man's claim. His boots told stories worn and torn, a soul sold, a pact sworn. The devil's dusty boots under the moon's pale light, tracing steps of lost love through the black of night. He walks a road that's paved with rust, every smile a lie, every touch a must. In the mirror the truth comes clear, the devil in those boots, the man in the mirror. With every step the past screams loud, a heart of stone in a ghostly shroud. The devil's dusty boots now still in the sand, his journey ends where it began. Acceptance found in the whispering winds, in the dusty boots, the devil's sin. In the ghost town shadow under the devil's moon, forgotten graves hum with an old dark tune. Whiskey bottles laid by the burned out church, where a lone soul wanders left in the lurch. Dust and memories swirl around the dying flames, echoes of laughter now just whispered names. Blood on the burning barn, paint the timber red, silent screams in the wind, the past ain't never dead. Vengeance rides a pale horse through the silent night, whispers of the wrong one setting the old wrongs right. A loved one's bloom, while like the desert rose, turned to thorns under secrets nobody knows. A brother's betrayal, deep as the mine shaft, a heart turned to stone with every whispered draft. Until the fire caught swift in the cold desert air, leaving nothing but ash and despair everywhere. Blood on the burning barn, paint the timber red, silent screams in the wind, the past ain't never dead. Vengeance rides a pale horse through the cursing night, echoes of the betrayed burning ever so bright. Face to face with the ghost by the old rail line, train whistle cuts through like fate's twisted sign. You took all I had, his voice to the stars. The truth laid bare like the night's old scars. Cold moon's glow, ghost town's heart beating slow in the fire's warm throat. Reckoning comes as sure as the desert's harsh sand, walking through ashes alone where the old barn once stood grand. red skies, I ride to the ghost town where the old crow fly. Echoes of train whistle weeping soft and slow past the church with burned walls where the sad winds blow. 6 bullets of fate in my weathered old gun, each one a memory, each deed undone. Shadows stretch long as my sins parade down cursed lanes in the choices I made. Found an old whiskey bottle, dust covered and sealed, in the room where my love's betrayal was revealed. Her picture, a faded reminder of what's lost. A love pure and honest, but oh, what a cost. 6 bullets of fate for the ghost that I keep, each whisper a secret that I can't let sleep. Shadows fall heavy in the silent despair on paths paved with sorrow leading nowhere. There in the silence stood a man, once my friend. His heart turned to stone, on revenge did depend. We drew in the dusk our past written in sand, 2 shadows colliding in this forsaken land. 6 bullets of fate, now 5 in the ground. 1 waits in my pocket where my peace is found. Shadows grow quiet as I kneel and pray in this land of the lost, where I'll soon lay. This darkly woven tale, set in the haunting landscape of a cursed western terrain, tells a story of loss, betrayal, and eventual resignation, all framed by the ominous. Six bullets of fate. Beneath the black sun, oh, the black sun, the dust whirls and dances. Whiskey bottles lay strewn in this town of ghostly glances. An old train whistle moans through the silent scorched air, echoing round burned out churches in a land stripped bare. Beneath the black sun where our sins lie heavy on the ground, broken vows and forgotten graves where lost souls are bound. I hear the call of vengeance, a whisper on the wind. Beneath the black sun where the end and beginnings blend. She was a vision fair as a desert bloom in spring's embrace, but her heart hid shadows of love turned to chilling disgrace. By the chapel we vowed under that cursed searing sky, but she vanished with dawn, left a note, didn't say goodbye. Beneath the black sun where promises fade into the dust, love of her laughter, now a ghost in the wind, sad moan. Beneath the black sun, I wander these badlands alone. At the crossroads, I face the devil with her face. In the heart of the desert, our memories I trace. A shot rings out, breaking silence like a cry. Under the black sun, I can't let this lie die. Beneath the black sun, with my heart bleeding deep in the sand, I've laid to rest her deceit in this cursed, forsaken land. And now the black sun sets, and in darkness I find my peace. The shadows embrace me, my soul finally finds its relief. Out in the vast and whispering badlands, under a blood-red sky, once stood a town with hope like a heartbeat. For the truths turned to lies. Whiskey bottles lay empty on doorsteps, each one a story untold, of dreams gone dry under dust storms cover, and secrets dark and cold. Buried deep in the shadows where the lost souls weep, the winds sing of sorrow where the secrets keep. Beneath the moon's pale watch, old ghosts they roam. In the silence of the desert, I made my cursed home. I loved a girl with eyes like wildfire, heart wild as the shifting sands. She vanished like smoke from a burned out church, slipped right through my hands. In the night I hear the train's lonely whistle, mocking me with its cry, as it rolls past forgotten graves, under that endless starlit sky. Buried deep in the shadows where the old loves die, the wind speaking riddles beneath a vast dark sky. With each whisper and echo, my restless heart roams. In the silence of the desert, I find my ghostly home. On a night when the storm tears the silence and the past refuses to sleep, I face the curse of this barren land where the wounds cut too deep. There at last stood the truth by the cold light of the dawn. She was a mirage of the desert, a memory forever gone. Now I'm just a shadow where no light seeps, with the dust as my blanket and the earth so steep. Let my sins be buried in this silent, forsaken lone. In the heart of the desert, I accept this ghostly home. Forever buried in the shadows, under sky so wide and dawn. Under a blood-red sky in the town of Grieve, where whispered winds through the churchyard weave. A figure casts no shadow, drifts where sins are sold. Eyes like empty minds, his heart dark and cold. Boots stir the dust past the saloon swinging doors. Each step he takes the silent promise of wars. He rides with the devil, got a curse on his soul. A whiskey bottle for the pain, no man to console. The devil's gunslinger, on a black horse he roams, hunting down betrayal in these ghostly desert homes. Once loved a girl with fire in her eyes. In a chapel of dreams they exchanged sweet lies. Turned to ash in a blaze one night. A heart betrayed is a dangerous plight. Now he roams through towns, each a forgotten grave. A spectral rider chasing love he couldn't save. He rides with the devil, revenge fuels his quest. Haunted by her memory in the wild, wild west. The devil's gunslinger, with a vow to uphold, in the land of the lost, where the brave ain't so bold. In the mirror of a dusty, broken saloon, he faces his demon neath the ghostly moon. His gun whispers secrets of a blood-stained path. The devil laughs softly at the aftermath. Bound by blood to the barren sands, a lone cursed outlaw in the forsaken lands. The devil's gunslinger, where the cold winds moan. In the heart of the desert he walks alone. Each word echoes like a train's lonesome whistle. In the vast silent desert, thorny like thistle.